Hello there everybody, this is Krista and welcome back to the Krista Chronicles and another month of new deck digest. These are some of my favorite videos to do. I think it's so fun. So my new deck digests are pretty much every deck that came into my collection some way, somehow in the last month. So these are all of the decks new to my collection in the month of February. Yes, February. So let's start off with, we're first gonna do the ones I got sent for review, then we'll go to Kickstarters that came in, and then we will end on just ones I plain bought for myself. So let's get started. I've got two here that I got for review this month. So exciting. The first one being the Cat, Mythos, and Magick Oracle by Catherine C. Caprino. This is new from US Games, and I love it so much. I do have a full walkthrough of this if you are curious, but it's a cat oracle. I love cats, and actually did not own any cat oracles. I've got some cat tarots, but not a cat oracle. So this takes, how do I even really, like, all different cats and how we've interacted with them throughout history and like modern times. How cute. And it is so well done. I love it so much. Every card has a different kind of cat, whether it's from like, again, like history, folklore, or just like kinds of cats we see today. And you get a full breakdown in the guidebook. I think that's my favorite part. Let me get just quick, show an example. So, okay, here is the card Wild and Wonderful, and this shows a Bengal cat. So you get a little bit of information about Bengal cats, polydactyl cats, mystical cats, and then this one is a very specific cat, Avenik. Oh, it's so neat, and just really, I wasn't exactly what I was expecting it to be, but like truly in the best kind of way. I have been loving this so much. I'm planning on using it the second half of March for sure. So good. So that is the Cat, Mythos, and Magick Oracle. Again, from US Games. Second is the new mass market version of the Millennial Tarot. This is from Running Press, or like kind of their offshoot RP Mystic. And I really, really like how they print their decks. I think these boxes are really neat that hold the guidebook there, but just their cardstock and production quality on the cards themselves is so, so good. I love these so much. This is still in order because I've been meaning to do a walkthrough of this, but I do feel like there's quite a few, I don't know, I kind of go back and forth because I'm like, well, there kind of are quite a few walkthroughs out with this. So then I'm like, well, should I don't know, let me know. Is this something you want to see? A walkthrough of the Millennial Tarot? It's really, really cool. I never had the indie version, but I remember hearing a lot about how the cardstock was a bit unwieldy. If you like that tarot, but kind of felt that way about the cardstock, definitely recommend. This is so nice to work with, such good cardstock. I always feel that way about their decks. They use the same kind of cardstock for all of them, and it's just, it never misses. It never misses. So this one is really fun. It really is. So if you want to see more of this, definitely let me know, or any of the other things that I haven't done a walkthrough of already, but I love the avocados on the back. So that is the Millennial Tarot, again, the new mass market version. All right, and now we also have two Kickstarters that I got in the last month. The first one, oh my gosh, I'm excited about both, but this one, like, really excited about. This one was a long time coming. It took a while to kind of get from what I gleaned from the updates to kind of get it exactly how they wanted. But I think I backed this, gosh, it might have been like 2023? I think it was when this was on Kickstarter. Anyway, it's the Victorian Fairy Tarot, the new indie edition. I just did a comparison between this indie edition and the old mass market edition, and this one, it's just, both are beautiful, but I really love the things that were done for this new indie edition, and also just like the way for the Kickstarter, like all the what's the word? Oh my gosh. The like extra things you can unlock if there's enough backers. I can't think of what that is. That's gonna bother me. Stretch goals. The stretch goals. What an unboxing experience this was. It came in the most beautiful box, and I completely forgot that we got both a full size and a mini deck, and we got this like beautiful spread. No, not spread. Oh my gosh, sorry. My brain is still a little bit turned off today. Like reading mat, kind of like scarf thing. I kind of want to wrap my deck in it. And postcards, it was so beautiful. I love this deck so much. Highly, highly anticipated for me. I was so excited. Seeing everyone get theirs in, and then when mine came in, oh my gosh, I love it so much. So, that is the Victorian Fairy Tarot that came in this month. And the second Kickstarter, which is so interesting because it's like that one was like kind of a long time coming, and then this one was one of those Kickstarters where it's like, how did you possibly deliver this so quick? Like, I don't know, it amazes me sometimes. But it's the Delian Oracle, which I feel like I did not back very long ago. So this is from Welkin Tarot, the same creators as the Odyssean Tarot. I also have their Shakespeare Tarot. They make a Beatles Tarot. So, to my knowledge, this is their first Oracle, and it is another Greek myth themed deck, but in Oracle form. And I'm still just exploring this one, but it is really, really neat. I've been enjoying it so far. I've been using this for the first half of March so far, and pairing it with the Terra Volatile Tarot, and what a good combo. Yeah, I don't know. I really, I feel like I haven't, again, explored it too much yet, but it's got some really interesting figures in here, and I don't know, I love a mythology deck, I really do, and I think this one, the difference is, because I have the Odyssean Tarot, and I do really like that one, but with this Oracle, the guidebook is smaller. You get less for each card, not in the way where it feels like it's lacking. I think sometimes this feels like a little bit more approachable for my brain in the mornings, because the Odyssean does have a lot to get into, which that in itself is really cool. And so I do really like that this feels a little bit more pared down to like very specific information. And I think it's cool, like, since there's two decks kind of dealing with the same theme, how they really did make them feel different in that way. Like, I would go to them for different reasons, you know what I mean? So, very cool. I'm liking it so far. That is the Delian Oracle. It does have a guidebook with it, but it's currently on my reading desk because I used this morning. Okay, so that is it for things for review and Kickstarter. So everything else I just plain purchased myself. So first up is one that, oh my gosh, I have had on my list for years, and I don't really know why. I don't know, I was just like unsure. But I finally got it, and I'm so pleased I did. It is the Queen Alice Tarot from Dame Darcy. I love Dame Darcy's decks, but for some reason it's like I never can get myself to get one. I had the Mermaid Tarot for a while and ended up rehoming it, which is something that I'm like, do I regret that? Maybe. I don't know. And then I do have the cat tarot she does, which is really fun, but for some reason I just don't tend to use it a lot. And so I've been getting really into the whole Alice theme lately. I've always liked the Alice, anything Alice themed. And so I've had this on my list because I love the art style, and I think her kind of like little bit of kooky art style really goes with this theme so well. And another one I'm using in the first half of the month, and so far with using it, I've definitely found that, like, yes, it totally works. I really, really like it. You can tell that she really paid attention to all of the stories in the Alice in Wonderland book. I love all the references in here. It's so beautiful. I love all the colors she uses. And this one really leans, like, I love this blue, and then it really leans a lot into like pinks and reds, which I think is really fun. And this one, the other decks I have from her, I don't believe have a guidebook, so I'm trying to think if the cat one does. I don't think it does. But this one does come with a guidebook. It's set up in a very interesting way where reading the book this way, you get the upright meanings, but if you flip the book around, you get the reversed. Very interesting. My only thing that I think would have made it a little bit easier would have been if the cards were matched up. So instead, when you flip it upside down, it starts from the beginning here, and the upright starts here, where it might have just been better to just like have it like as one spread. You know what I mean? But not difficult. Because then it's sort of like if you want to read both the meanings, if you are someone like me who doesn't really shuffle in reversals, then that makes it kind of difficult. But I can see if the intention was like someone who shuffles in reversals, that makes sense to do. But, so, but not a big deal. I just think it's so beautiful. I have the Llewellyn Barbara Moore Alice Tarot, which I do like. But I think I just like the art style on this one a bit better. But I love the guidebook on the other one. I don't know. I love it. And then I've seen, oh my gosh, that Baba Studios one. Gorgeous and amazing. I wonder if they're reprinting that one. I don't know. But I really love this one. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah. The Queen Alice Tarot. All right. Oh my gosh. This one. I feel like I'm really excited about a lot of these decks here, but the Lacrimosa Tarot. Oh my gosh, this is the latest deck from Rose Bay Tarot. You can get it right on Make Playing Cards. So gorgeous, truly so gorgeous. As soon as she started posting pictures of what she was working on with this, I was like, oh, I need it. I need that. How beautiful. Oh my gosh. So it is a found art deck, but done in a really interesting way, where it's not just sort of like taking the painting and putting it on the card. She took elements from different paintings, singled them out, zoomed in on some, or some it's like she just cut them out and put them onto these black backgrounds. And it just is so, I have no other words to say other than it's just beautiful. I love how there's this border here, and frequently the images on the cards are kind of like intruding on that border somehow. it makes it feel almost like they're coming out of these pictures, which is really, really neat. But this, oh my gosh, it's just some of my favorite things all put together. Like the vibe of this is just, I love it so much. I feel like I'm having a horrible time trying to think of like proper words to describe this and how I feel about it, but it just, I think it speaks for itself. Beautiful, beautiful. It read really well. I used it the first half of last month with the Memento Mori Oracle, or was it, no, the second half of last month with Memento Mori. What a good pair. And then I saw on Instagram today, someone paired it with the Hellenic Oracle. Yes. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Like, that is so pretty. The attention to detail is just, it's everything. And then the backs, I love it. Lacrimosa Tarot. Ooh, there's a lot of noise. Okay. Oh, this was a real random find. I found this deck, I was looking at the Artisan Tarot website. I don't remember why, but I saw this. It is the Magic Flowers Plant Ally Talisman Poetry Deck. Saw it and I was like, wait a second. I've never seen this. And so what it is, it's an oracle deck, basically. 60 cards, which is a lot. And it's a smaller size, like playing card size. On each card, you get a plant with like a little sketch drawing of it. And when you flip it over, it has a corresponding poem. And I love little decks like this where you have the image on the front and you can get the message right on the back. But the fact that the message is put into poem form, I think is so beautiful. And I love all the plants included in here. To me, it really seems like we get some different ones, like a peace lily. That's different. Phlox, cedar. It's a really good mixture of trees, flowers, herbs. And something about the colored background and the sketch image I just really like. It kind of finds this good common ground between sort of this like pared down vintage look, but also colorful. And the poems are so, so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love it! I love it so much. Do I have anything else to say? I don't know. I just really like it. There is a book you can get that turns, I think, like, gives stories to go along. I don't know. I wasn't really understanding what that meant, but I really just like using it with the poem. It's beautiful. So that is the Magic Flowers Plant Ally Talisman Poetry Deck. And I love the size. Okay. Next is one that I got specifically for a pairing. And actually the last deck pairs in a similar way and kind of makes a cool trifecta, but we're going to focus on this. It is the Nature Nurture Oracle. I don't know where I saw this. Somewhere probably on Instagram or Blue Sky or something. But why I was drawn to it is it also has this very like one color focus on the cards. It is nature themed. But I loved this, again, like one wash of color. I thought it had really good keywords. But when I saw it, my immediate thought was, how cool would that look with the Mother Witch Oracle? And so I feel like we need to look at them together because I was correct, in my opinion. They look really cool together. And I have it right here. Okay. Because the Mother Witch is another one that uses a single wash of color, kind of just as the full card, and then like a black and white drawing type thing. So how, oh my gosh, how cool is this? I love how you'll get a pair where it's like they almost like completely complement each other. Sometimes the colors completely contrast, or sometimes they look really good together, but it's like regardless, it just seems to work. For me anyway. Oh my gosh, I just think it's so cool. And it almost feels to me like the Mother Witch sort of represents the human interaction with nature, where the nature nurture is the nature. It's just so pretty. And then, so I got the nature nurture before the plant one, but let's scoot this down. When I got the Magic flower, I realized, wait a second, there's a theme going on here. Is this gonna show well? Or do I need to zoom out? Ooh, I think I probably need to zoom out. Oh, that's in. Okay. I'm not gonna make the pile straight, but right? I think that's kind of cool. Just something about that single wash of color and putting them all together is so fun. Because it's, you pay attention of course to like what the cards are, but then it feels like it's really bringing in the color choice element, which isn't necessary in all of these decks. That isn't discussed at all. I don't know if it's purposeful or if it just sort of is like that's what went with the card, but putting them together adds an element of really exploring that, the color choice and how the colors are speaking to each other. But I just think these look so good together. How fun. So yes, now that we've got everything out at once, that is the Nature Nurture Oracle, which I really do like as an oracle. But I did really specifically get it to pair with the Mother Witch. And I love it. I've tried them together and yes, they read so, so nicely. I love all the different things included in this deck too. Just really pretty. So that is the Nature Nurture Oracle. Alrighty. Two more. The next one being the last Seasons of the Witch we've been waiting on. Oh my gosh, it feels so exciting to have this in hand. We won't look at this too extensively because I know there's been some really, really good walkthroughs out there of this. And I think a lot of us just really like these decks, so probably, I'm gonna guess a lot of you have it, but certainly didn't disappoint. I love all the themes in here. I love the color tones. I love this back. So, oh, that's one of my favorite cards. It's so beautiful. I love the folk art lean these decks take. Fantastic. I just love them. I truly love all of them. Yeah, so we've got Seasons of the Witch Ostara. And now I feel like I have them on a shelf, but I didn't put it low enough on the wall to like stack, oh my gosh. Sorry, I was watching a video before, to stack all of them, so I need to lower that so I can have them all together, but so beautiful. Okay, last but not least, we've got the Fairy Tale Journey Tarot, which I haven't seen much about, but this is from Taroteca Studio, so the same people who put out the Dark Mansion Tarot and the what's that one? It's so beautiful. I don't have it, but I do like seeing it. I need to find out. We're looking. It's the Slavic Legends Tarot. So beautiful. And so I also saw someone posted this on Instagram, and I cannot remember who. But it was one of those things. Usually I don't feel like I love the look of all their decks, but then I always kind of like hem and haw over them. Like, I don't know. Something about this when I saw it, and I was like, yes, I need that. I need that. First of all, the box is a book. So cute. There's, as they tend to do, 2 different back options. I spent so long just trying to pick. I went with these. The cardstock, though, is, I don't know if you can see that. It's a linen finish, which is so beautiful, and it's got this matte gold gilding. And I just love the art so much. I love all the colors. I love the storybook feel. There isn't a guidebook that I have found to go with it, which I do think is an interesting aspect of their decks, and I think what gives me pause a lot of the time, because I don't mind when there's not a guidebook with decks. However, the decks, at least that I have encountered from them, have a very specific theme, and it's like you can tell it's telling a very specific story in a lot of the cards, that it's like, well, I find myself wishing that I knew what the story is. And so it does interest me that there aren't guidebooks. And someone absolutely correct me if I'm wrong. That would be so exciting to discover that, like, I just wasn't finding them. But yeah, I know I feel that way. I've got, as I've said, the other one I have is the Dark Mansion Tarot, and it just feels like there's a story there. And I do feel somewhat similar about this one, but I will say is that I just go into this deck thinking that it is just a general storybook, not looking for there to be specific stories within each card like we tend to see with decks labeled fairy tale. I take it as, like, it's just the vibe. And I love it so much. I think it's so beautiful. I love, like, kind of how you get the bright colors, but also this interesting darkness to it. That's what, I've got quite a few fairy tale tarots, but that's what really felt different to me with this one, is it felt like there was a darkness to it that I don't have. And I love it. it's so beautiful. So that is the Fairy Tale Journey Tarot. And that, my friends, is the last deck I have to show today. That was all of the decks that came into my collection some way, somehow, in the month of February. I would love to know, did you get anything new in February? What was your favorite? I love knowing. But other than that, that is all I have for you today. So I hope you're having a great day so far, and I'll see you again very soon.